welcome to you. My name's Dayle and this is DaylesAddiction. These are my buys for June, my wins and losses or new things that I've added to my wardrobe and general home and lifestyle. So that's rambly. It's just my second one. Thanks so much for your feedback on the first one. I really appreciate it. And I'd ask you, if you find this video interesting, let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to continue it on a monthly basis. And then I'll just keep writing notes. So for June, I've had a really hectic last few months with lots of milestone birthdays and things like that. So my shopping habits have been a little bit cray-cray. We did take a 10-day holiday down to Tasmania at the very bottom of Australia. So I'm just going to say that the shopping habits are a little bit crazier than usual over the last 2 months, and I presume that they are going to settle down somewhat over the next few months. We can only hope. So, where do I start? I've got a list here. So these are not in order of when I bought them, but it's just a list of things that I have written down. So the first purchase I want to share with you is my second Fendi guitar strap. I was really obsessed with green after seeing Cassie Thorpe's green GG Supreme Gucci shorts, and look at me now. And I was looking at green bags, but to be honest, I wasn't really sure that I would wear it enough. I also love Candace. Candace has this beautiful neon green mini peekaboo. I'll link her channel. I'll link her channel in the description box below, and I think she has a strap similar to this. Anyway, I was getting lots of green influences, and I decided that rather than invest in a bag, I'd invest in a strap. And I started looking, and obviously Fendi have the most fun straps, but they are an investment. And there was one left on the Australian website, and I rang my SA and said, "Can you please find this for me? I want it." And as per usual, she came through, and I'm really, really excited about it. It goes with both my black and my white mini peekaboos. I took this on my holiday, and it gave me a real opportunity to change up the 1 or 2 bags that I took, but obviously I took one mini peekaboo. And yeah, I think it's just so fun, and I think it works right across the year in winter and spring, summer and autumn. Let's not forget autumn. So yeah, really happy with that one. And I will also put the descriptions of everything on the screen below, if you haven't seen them already, and in the description box as well. The next item I want to share with you is this beautiful coat from Country Road. Oh, that's just fluff. It's okay. I tried this coat on, when was it? When it first came out, and it's $400, but to invest in a coat when you live where I live, where it's not cold a lot of the time, you really have to talk to yourself about it. So I tried it on. I loved how it felt on. I loved how they styled it on their Instagram and the website. And I walked away and thought I'll just wait for it to go on sale. Well, it didn't go on sale. It sold out. And so then my best hope was to try and find returns. And it only came in 2 sizes, small, medium, and large, extra large. And I wanted it to be an oversized coat, so I thought I'd have to go with large, extra large. To cut a long story short, I searched all over Australia. I reached out to some people to help me try and get this coat from other states, and unfortunately that didn't work. And I happened to walk past a Country Road store and popped in, and they had one. It was a return. It was this one in the small medium. I tried it on, and because it's an oversized fit, I really loved it. And it worked really well, and I so enjoyed styling this in my winter holiday. I could wear it right now because it's pretty cool. I'm just braving it for the video, but it is an unlined coat in compressed wool, I believe. So it's 60% wool, 20% viscose, 20% nylon. Yeah, dry clean only, but it just falls beautifully, and it's like the pockets look like they're square, but you actually come in from the side, so you don't come in from the top. The buttons are just a beautiful modern kind of, what would you call that, like a marbled kind of tortoise shell. Yeah, it's really chic, and I can see this being in my wardrobe for a long time, so I'm really happy that I got this one. And if you watched my May buys, you'll know that I tried to get alternatives to this that just didn't work out, and I returned them. So something about it was meant to be. So the next one I want to share with you is really interesting. I did not buy this, but it came to me in June, and this is the Dyson Corrale hair tool. Now, I didn't buy it because I've got a GHD, and by chance I was in a situation where I got to meet a wonderful person. She knows who she is, and we made a bit of a trade on services. So I did some services of a professional nature for her, and she paid me in product. So no, it wasn't a YouTube collaboration with Dyson. I'm not there yet. But this is the Corrale, and what I have been doing with this is been playing with styling my hair. And I have to say, when this is, fully charged and you get used to using it, because the plates actually move, so they kind of flex and bend, it does a really great job on my hair, because I've got quite a lot of hair. It's fine hair, but there's a lot of it. So today I haven't used this tool, and the curl is already starting to fall. It is a bit heavy though, which is, it takes a little while to get used to when you use this compared to a Dyson. It has the 3 temperature controls, so I think it's got charge on it now. So you turn it on, it shows you the battery, then it says it's on airplane mode, so you've got to plug this little tab in the back because it's got a rechargeable battery. Okay, turn it on. The battery's lit up, and then it will ask you what temperature that you want. So you press the up, and I might just put it on the medium temperature, and then it will make a little noise in a moment to say that it's reached temperature. Whilst it's doing that, it has this really cool little stand that you can put it on. So when you're styling, you don't need to lay it down. You can just pop it on this stand. It does take up a little bit of room in the bathroom though, so I have decided not to use the stand and just use the cord, and the cord is really long, which is great if you're not close to a power point. So it's reached temperature now. I'll bang that up to 210 now that it's already preheated, and you can see how quick that it got to 210. And I'll demonstrate a little curl for you here in the front, because mine have gone a little bit flat. So halfway down the hair, and just twist away from the face. And you get that really nice bend in your hair. Why don't we do the other side as well? So halfway down, twist away, and down on the diagonal. And you can see there that you get that really nice bend in your hair. So I feel super lucky to have been given this. Absolutely very grateful. I do love it, but if you struggle with the weight of things and you've got lots of hair, the fact that it is hands-free might be challenging for you, but you can just leave the plug. It's like a magnetic plug, so you can just leave it plugged in. It just takes a little while to get used to the weight, but I actually really like the curl structure that it gives, because it gives a better bend because of these moving plates, which I will not touch now because they're hot. Okay, sticking with tech, I also purchased the Apple iPhone 12 in the mini size. And yeah, it's in the box. Because when I went on holiday, it just kept going flat too quickly. The battery life on this one is only 15 hours, where I think the Plus is like 20 hours. And so I ended up digging out my old phone because I found on holiday I'm taking a lot more pictures. I'm using my phone a lot more for maps and, navigation and looking up where to eat. So yeah, I put this one away and I haven't gone back to it yet. I think I will. I think the camera quality is probably not as good because it doesn't have that third camera. But certainly the reason I bought this is mainly for this little bag, because this is the only bag I have that will not fit a phone inside until now. So it will go in diagonally. I say that like that, which is fantastic. It's great to have it there as an option. As I said, I think the size of it is great. The colour was great, is great, but the battery life has been an issue for me. So I really need to, I probably need to use one of those little power banks with it as well, which is beside the point because that's why I got a little phone. So what am I going to do with this? I don't know. I think I will charge it back up and try and use it again, and see how I go with it. But if it doesn't work out, I will sell it on. Okay, next I have for you the dress that I'm wearing now. This is by an Australian label called Sasha Drake. Normally I would not buy Sasha Drake clothes because I tend to find them like they're quite a conservative company in that it's less about what you're showing and more about how you wear it, which is fine, but I find the length of some of their, say, short dresses are a little bit dowdy for me. Like I really need something above the knee, which is why when I saw this dress I loved it, because it is a midi dress. So it's actually a full length dress that goes right to my ankle. So it has this this is not the slip that came with it. This is a slip that came with a Zimmermann dress. And again, I find that this is much more flattering and youthful because it comes down that way, rather than the slip that it comes with, which comes straight along here. And again, it just looks a bit dowdy and it doesn't show off the print of the dress as much, I don't think. So yeah, I've made a few little Dayle tweaks to it by changing the slip underneath, and I will usually make the slip shorter so that the slip, if it's not the full length of the dress, that it sits just above the knee, so it's a little bit, more youthful. I wore this dress with Gucci. I'll show you. Styled this dress up with my new Gucci super mini multicolour bag and my Gucci sandals for my stepdaughter's 21st birthday, and felt fabulous. Then got there and people were a little bit more casual than we thought, and it was a little bit more cool than we thought. So we had to go back and sort some things out at our apartment anyhow. So I changed up my shoes. So I changed up my shoes to my Valentino Rockstud ankle boots, and I wore a black blazer over the top, and it looked equally as cool. So I am really happy I got this dress and I made those tweaks to it. It's got this great kind of sport detail, so like a sporty luxe vibe around the sleeve, and also the belt, if you can see it there, but I'll include some of the pictures I put on Instagram. Feeling $1 million in this dress, and super glad that I happened to walk past and I found it, and I love it. It's it's a really cool dress, and I think it will be a great, again, trans-seasonal piece from all through the months, depending on what you wear underneath, and I feel like I could style this up for work as well. So I'll go into a couple of pieces I bought for the holiday, then I'll come back to some luxury pieces to end with. Whilst we were on holiday, the weather forecast continued to change, which if you've ever been to Tasmania, you are familiar with that fact. And I said to my husband, look, if we're going to go on this wilderness retreat, we're going to need a raincoat because I don't want to be locked up inside just because it's raining. So we went to Kathmandu and we both bought one of these raincoats. And we bought these, but basically it's a lined raincoat, but very lightly lined with a mesh so that the raincoat doesn't stick to your skin when you're hot. It would work really well from both our warmer weather here to cooler weather because you can layer it. So I actually bought this in the large size, so it is a Australian 16 because I wanted to wear bulky coats underneath it. It sits just below your backside. It's got a fully adjustable, hood. And you can basically, and it's waterproof, so you can zip it up. It's got, Velcro bits there that help stop the rain from getting in, and you can adjust all the sleeves and things as well. A great layering piece that I wore when we went out on our rainforest walk. And they were having a sale. We saved more than we spent when we went there. So between the two of us, I think our total bill came to like $600, but we saved $750. And the second piece I bought from Kathmandu, and my husband bought one for himself, is in this little bag. And it was a great surprise to find that it did this because, you know, normally our luxury clothes don't, they're not very convenient to travel with, are they? So inside here, I'm going to pull this out and then be cursing you all because I have to put it back in again, is... Ta-da! This is a down jacket, a very thin one in my favourite colour of the moment, purple. And this is one of those layering pieces. So this is the 600 Fill Power Kathmandu jacket. And I will link what it's actually called in the comments below. But what I loved about this was that it didn't have the bulk of all the puffer jackets. And it's still got plenty of room in there for me to put like a jumper on as well if I need to underneath it. But it was a great layering piece to put this on and then put the raincoat on and go exploring with a jumper on underneath. I was super toasty and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Obviously it's a piece that I'll have for many years to come, so from that perspective it was a good buy. And the fact that it's a bit lighter means that I can also wear it in the Queensland winters because, you know, just a long sleeve shirt, we don't really need too much bulk when we're here in the wintertime. What was I saying? I've got no idea. Okay, back to some more luxury purchases. After my last May buys video, I went and on the Only Orb website and purchased some more of these beautiful candles. This was the limited scent that I was talking about in that video, which is Hyacinth and Hawthorne. The box, how beautiful is the box? It's just stunning. This smell, I can't tell you how much this smell it just reminds me of a day spa holidays. But again, here's the candle. It goes into a it's like woody and floral. It smells like a florist. That's what I meant. It smells like a florist, like really botanical, like walking into those beautiful botanical hot houses or glass houses. That's what I'm trying to say. It's amazing. So it's got that blend of woodiness, the smell of the what's it called? Foliage, the green stuff, and the flowers as well. It's really, really lovely. And I bought 3 of them because it's limited. So I'm like, well, the way that my husband burns through candles, I'm going to buy a few. I think they were $32 a pop. And because I bought 3, or maybe just because I made an order, they sent me a free candle. So this one I have not tried yet. It's called Sari. Incense and Moss is the scent. And let's have a sniff. Let's have a sniff. It's not what I thought it would be. It's actually very mild. It smells kind of vanilla-ish. Anyway, that'll be interesting to see how that one goes as well. So I got 4 candles for the price of 3, which I was really excited about. And I was so glad that I found that limited scent because I really loved it. So the final 2 luxury purchases for June. See, I've got one under my arm ready to go. Obviously, my Gucci super mini bag. What a little star this was. I couldn't believe how well it went with this outfit. Really, really happy that I added it to my collection. I love the fact it's got the silver hardware. I used it as a clutch. I haven't used it a lot because obviously I've been away, but I believe that I will. And I will keep you updated once I wear it enough on a first impressions and a little mini review. And finally, if you, again, follow me on Instagram, here's another hint. I unboxed on Instagram this beautiful scarf from Dior. I found a new essay and she has been so delightful. I went in and followed up the strap for my bag here because I had ordered it and it took forever to come in and nobody called me to say that it had come in. And I met her and we got to talking. Then I bought a pair of earrings for Emily's birthday from her as well. And then she emailed me and said, hey, listen, something special is happening in store. Would you like to come in? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So in I popped and it turned out that it was a sale. Now, there was not anything there that I wanted on sale. But then I spotted these. And because I was about to go on my holiday, I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind a look at those scarves. And she said, well, they're actually part of the sale as well. 40% off. 40%. Now, I'm not going to lie. 40% off this scarf is still a lot of money. However, one can never, discount a sale. So, tried it on, fell in love. This is 70% wool, 30% cashmere. It is so warm. It's really long. There go the dogs. I loved styling this up on the recent holiday. I just think, look how long it is. Like, it's so long. It's perfect for being able to wrap around your neck or just have it hanging down the side, like so, like that. Oh, I feel warmer already. Whew, maybe I could, do they go? Not really. It looked beautiful with my white coat. It looked great with my puffer jacket. I chose between pink and a grey, and the grey to me looked a little masculine. I thought winter colours tend to always be really dark, so I wanted something a little feminine to lighten the mood. I have no regrets that I bought this. It's one of those things that I'll always have. I won't get as much wear out of it as somebody who lives in the colder climate, but that means the longevity of this piece is, basically forever. I can justify anything I need to. Okay, so there you have it. They are my buys for June. As I said, hectic month, not normal. It's been a pretty crazy few months, actually. I'm talking to you at the second week, going into the second week of July. And you can see there's another special piece sitting behind me. So thank you so much for watching. I'd really love to know what your pick of the bunch was for this month's purchases. Look forward to catching up with you all again on my next month's purchases. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Go and check out my Instagram at DaylesAddiction. That's where I do some reveals and unboxing and bits and pieces, and I'm doing more outfits of the day and, increasing my Instagram game. So hopefully that's interesting, inspiring, or just another way for us to engage in that space, because I certainly find watching everyone else's Instagram pages that way. So put out videos on Wednesdays and Sundays. I will see you in my next one. Bye.